Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grab a snack, stay for a while and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. As you can see by the title of the video, I am testing out some of the new makeup products that I purchased for the Sephora VIP sale. This is part one. Since I do have two different foundations and two different concealers, I decided to split it up into two. Also, I have two eyeshadow palettes, so it just made sense. If you would like to see what I think about all these new products to me, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, my face is all nice and primed. I decided to not use anything fancy, so I went in with the Professional in my Tzone and this Maybelline Master Prime for the rest of my face. For today, we are going to try the Milk Makeup, what is this, skin tint and the concealer, or it's like a tint for the under eyes. Okay, I did bring you in a little bit closer, and you basically pump this and the product comes out and then you roll it on your face. I haven't even swatched this, so I don't even know if it's a good match, but it looks like it's going to match. This is a very interesting packaging, at least for me it is. All right, so let's start with this and go from there. This is the Morphe and Ariel A24. I decided to use a brush since it is a skin tint. Okay, so I think this shade is going to be okay. It is a tiny bit light, but that's all right. It's looking nice. It's looking very skin-like, which is the kind of coverage I like. All right, so here is what the skin looks like up close. I did go in just one more time with a little bit more product. I don't know how I feel with some product being left over like on the little ball. It just doesn't seem sanitary to me, but it is what it is. Now we're going to go in with the Sunshine Under Eye Tint. And I said I got this in shade number 2. It's the same concept. You pump it and some product is coming out. Hopefully I didn't pump too much. It looks like I might have. I don't know. Let's do a little bit here. Let's see how this looks. Hopefully it's not too bright. I'm using a Sephora 57. This is their concealer brush. So these shades are definitely a little bit light for the shade I am right now, but that's totally fine. I think when I do lose some of the tan that I do have going on, I think it'll be a good match. I do like that it has a little bit of a tiny bit, not too much, peachy undertone, and it is making the eyes brighter and it is canceling any discoloration. It feels good. It feels hydrating. It definitely reminds me of how lotion feels. All right, so this is what the under eyes are looking like, and I definitely do feel like the concealer tint. It reminds me of like the Fenty Beauty brightener, eye brightener. It is a little bit more, it has more coverage than the actual skin tint. And I do feel like it looks a little bit dry in here, but I think it's because my under eyes are a little dry. Forgot to put the Milk Makeup Under Eye Primer, which I have been really enjoying for my under eyes. All right, so now we are going to zoom out and I'm going to set the rest of my face. I'm going to set my under eyes off camera because that's not a new item. All right, guys, so I totally forgot I have cream products. I have the Danessa Myricks. This is the contour, and what did I say, light 1. So we're going to test this out. I'm using, this is a Real Techniques 200. It's like a fluffy flat brush, and I'm going to dig. I don't think I swatched this when I did my review. Hopefully it works as a contour. Not the ideal shade for me personally as a contour, but let's blending beautifully. Yeah, this shade to me personally, it's more of a bronzing shade than a contour shade, so. But I mean, it's definitely darker in the pan than once you apply it, I feel like. I don't know, what do you guys think? I would definitely use this more as a bronzer than a contour. But it's blending out beautifully and seamlessly, which is nice. All right, now we're going to go in to the Refi Beauty. This is the bronzing cream and this is in the shade Tan. I'm going to tread very softly because I'm not sure how sheer this is. I honestly should have gone for the first shade. This only comes in 3 shades. This is a Sigma F53. There's kids playing outside, sorry guys. It definitely has like a red tone to it, which you guys already know I do not like too much. But if I'm being honest, the Jaclyn Cosmetics, that bronzer that she came out and I reviewed, it has a red tone to it as well. And honestly, the more I used it, the more I enjoyed it. So this isn't looking too bad, but I definitely feel like this is more appropriate maybe during summer, right? Because it does have red in it. So it just gives you like that sun-kissed type of look. Okay, but it's not too dark, but I did tread softly. I didn't go in ham into the pan. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is more of something I would enjoy probably a lot more during summer than during the season that we're in right now. All right, this is what I am looking like. And even though those colors are not colors I would normally gravitate towards too, I do feel like it's making me look pretty like naturally bronzed. I did add just a tiny bit more because I am going to powder on top of this with the Kosas powder. And I want to make sure that this pops through the powder. Now, more cream products. The blushes. I have the Beauty Blender. This is the Playful Peach and the Refi in Citrine. I don't know which one I'm going to use. I might mix both. I definitely feel like this is more of a summer shade than anything. No, I think I'm going to mix. Let's do that. So I think I'm going to Citrine first, and this is a Sigma F50. It's like a stippling brush. I definitely feel like stippling brushes work better when it comes to cream blushes. Oh, do you see that? Oh my gosh, this shade is going to be perfect for summer, maybe even fall. Like if I was wearing a more cool tone contour, I think for sure this would go great with like a fall themed eye, which we're using the Brunette Palette today, and I think this will go great with it. Okay, let me wipe my brush, and we're going to dig in to the Beauty Blender now. This is that peachy shade. I feel like I really have to press into it. Oh, that's pretty. I feel like I have to dig into this Beauty Blender more than I did to the Refi. I forgot to put some on my nose with the Refi. That's okay. Oh, I like these together. They look beautiful. Definitely more summer shades than anything, but you know what? You are the boss of you, and you can wear whatever shades you want, whatever seasons. All right, now we are going to powder this face because you guys know that I have to powder. I did powder my under eyes, and I use my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless powder. I've been having issues with my under eyes and the powdering after, I want to say like an hour. No matter what combination I use, even if it's my favorite, they crease. And then I have to pat it out with my finger and they'll be fine. But yeah, I've been having issues with my under eyes, and I tried not using the Milk Makeup or like the Jaclyn Cosmetics under eye primer to see if that was the issue, and it wasn't. It still did it. I tried not using the corrector by Charlotte Tilbury. That was not it. It still did it. I think I'm just getting old. Okay, so the Co says this is the Comfy Cloud Set powder. And when I swatched it, it is a very lightweight powder. It's very finely milled. This is a Morphe Ariel A21. This is kind of reminded me of the Dior powder, just cheaper. For me, the Dior powder seems more of a finishing powder than a setting powder. So I definitely don't use that Dior Flawless powder for setting my face. I set my face first, and then I use the Dior setting powder on top of that just to give me like a natural glow. Ooh, but this is looking beautiful, and it is definitely blurring things out, which is nice. Okay, and this shade is good. Perfect. Ooh, my base is looking good. It's looking really good. All right, guys, now we're going to try out the Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base by Nars. I have been wanting to try this for so long. I mean, so long. I think I got it in the shade Light. I see so many of my favorite YouTubers use this, and they absolutely love it. So we're going to use this base today. I blend it out so seamlessly, and it's not as heavy because sometimes I feel like the MAC Cosmetics, if you're not careful, it can feel and look heavy. This is definitely more of like a lightweight base, which is nice. All right, now we are going to dig into the Brunette Palette by Melt Cosmetics. I am so excited. Even though this is like all browns, I am just so excited. First shade I'm digging into is going to be Buff. It might be a little light, but I think it should show up okay on my eyelids. And I'm using a Soft Blend 3.0. Since I'm using this more of a transition shade, I think it will be fine. Yeah, you can barely see it, I feel like. It's fine. I'm using a very fluffy brush. I guess I'll use it more too. I mean, even though this doesn't really need to be set. All right, now I am going to dig into Cork right here, and I believe this palette was inspired by a whiskey. I think I'm using a Sigma E38. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was. And I'll use this on my crease as well. These mattes feel very soft, and they're actually blending very nice. I mean, even though the first shade you can't really see it, but they just feel really soft on my eyelid, which is nice. All right, that is a beautiful, soft, subtle shade. Now I am going to dig into Tan, and I'm using an Ariel and Morphe A20 brush. I'm going to focus this on the outer corner and the outer crease, so I'm not going to bring it in further than here. I'm going to leave it on the outside of my eyelid. We are going to smoke out the outer corner. Oh my gosh, this is blending beautifully. So creamy. It's, yeah, it's blending very, very nice. Like I mentioned, this is my first Melt Cosmetics palette. Melt Cosmetics has definitely interested me before. I mean, some of the collections that they come out with look so beautiful. It's just that last year I wasn't able to really purchase too much because of our financial situation. Now that I'm able, you know, to invest a little bit more in my channel, I'm excited to add Melt Cosmetics into the picture. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to purchase everything, but I'm excited. I am excited. Like I said, I think I said in my previous video, I did purchase the Amor and Mariposas palette and a couple of other items, so I'm excited to review that for you guys. It's beautiful. All right, I think I'm going to jump into the shimmers now, and I kind of want to mix these two. I'm not sure. What do we think? Why not, right? Why not? So I'm going to go into Stout first, and then I'm going to jump into this one, which is Bourbon. So Stout first, and I'm going to put that right in the middle, right here. Oh, I wish you could see the shimmers that I'm seeing. These are gorgeous. All right, now with my index finger, Bourbon. So pretty. All right, guys, and this is the finished eye look. I did go in to Musk, which is the lightest shimmer in the palette, and use that for the inner corner. And I used the Lunar Nude highlighter by McGrath, so I used that to highlight my brow bone. But yeah, here it is. These are some lashes from, I think, Ardell. They come in a little pack. Muse is the style, and I did go in with a brown liner for my waterline and tight line, and I did do a small little tiny wing. It just felt like it needed it. So let me zoom you out and we can do the lips and we'll be done. All right, guys, I already went ahead and applied my lip liner because it wasn't part of my Sephora haul. I used the new McGrath liner that I did show in the haul, but I didn't purchase it at Sephora. In Buff, now we're going to jump in to the Makeup by Mario lipstick. This is in Rasa. Oh, it's super pinky. I love it. Remember I said in my last video, the Victoria Beckham one, I did mention that I've been leaning towards pinkies and peaches on my lips a lot recently. I already know I love this formula, but I just wanted to pick up another shade, and this shade is beautiful. I don't think it goes too well with the eye look, but it's okay. All right, so let me zoom on out and just give you a quick review on everything and let you know what I loved and what I hated. All right, guys, what? My hair is not pinned back behind my ears. Who is she? So let's start with the base, and that is the Milk Makeup Skin Tint and the Milk Makeup Under Eye Skin Tint. It's like a brightener, which is similar to what the Fenty Beauty is. I am really enjoying both of them, but as of right now, I feel like I'm enjoying the skin tint more than the under eye skin tint. And I think it's because it's emphasizing my texture on my under eyes, but I've been an emotional wreck. It's been a rough couple of weeks, and seeing my 9-month-old girl twin in the splint and the sling, that kind of just broke me. So I have been crying quite a bit. So around my nose, it's a little bit dry, and also in my under eyes. I'll have to keep you guys updated, maybe mention it in a future video. But as of now, I am loving the way that my base is looking. I feel like it's looking gorgeous. Now for the Danessa Myricks, this is the Contour Balm, and for the Refi Beauty Cream Bronzer, this Danessa Myricks blended out seamlessly, beautifully, super easy. The only problem I have with it is the shade. This to me is not a contour shade. It pulls more warm on my skin. It actually also looks warm as you're looking at it in the camera. So I think I would use this more as a bronzer than I would an actual contour. It's just a little too warm for me personally. The Refi Beauty, it actually is sheer, which I'm glad that it is, because I was afraid this was going to be too dark. And it does have that red tone in it, but I feel like it helps the bronzer bronzing look more natural. So I actually ended up really loving the way this looked on me. Both of these are winners and I'll be using both of them a lot. As far as the Refi Cream Blush and the Beauty Blender Cream Blush, I actually absolutely love both of these. I think the formula on both of them is absolutely beautiful. I do enjoy the Refi Beauty a little bit more than the Beauty Blender. First impressions though, that might change, but they are both actually very beautiful. I enjoyed them a lot. The Kosas powder, I am really liking this. First impressions, of course, my skin looks beautiful. My skin looks almost airbrushed, right? And it's the powder. The powder did that. So I'm glad that it's not just a finishing powder. I'll have to test it out and see. Like I said, it reminds me of the Dior Backstage powder. That one I use more as a finishing powder than actually a powder that I set my whole face with. And that is because it actually doesn't even do its job at setting the whole face. So for me personally, and I think I have heard a couple of the YouTubers that I watch that they use it as a finishing powder and not so much as a setting powder. But for now, the Kosas, from what I'm looking at, and it's been about an hour since I've been wearing this, it did an amazing job at actually setting my whole face. And I'm actually really, like, my base is looking banging right now. The Nars Eye Base. I love this. I love this. And I'm so happy that I finally picked it up. I'm telling you, I've been wanting that for like almost 3 years. And I just never picked it up, and now I'm glad that I did. The Brunette Palette by Milt Cosmetics. Every single shade that I use blended out beautifully. These two shimmers, oh my gosh, they are gorgeous. If you are someone that likes quick eye looks or is not too big on color and you're very simple and you prefer a neutral or like a warm tone brown eye look, this is your palette for sure. You will not be disappointed. The formula is actually really good in my opinion. Now it is my first Milt Cosmetics palette, so I don't have anything else to compare it with, but upon first impressions, I feel like it performed beautifully. The Makeup by Mario lipstick, you guys already know I love this. I love this formula. I like it because it's not drying. Like, even though it looks like a matte, it's very silky, it's very comfortable. The color is beautiful. It is, I love this lipstick and the other one that I had already picked up. Okay, so pretty much 100 out of 100. So A+ for all of the products that I tried out today, which makes me so happy because then I don't feel like crap. I bought makeup that I don't enjoy. Super stoked, and I cannot wait to do part 2 and test out the other new stuff that I purchased, specifically the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. I'm super excited about that one. Out of everything, well, except for the blushes, I'm excited for the Rose King blushes. Okay, I'm excited for all of it. I'm excited. New makeup makes me excited. Okay, well, that pretty much concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me test out this new makeup. I know a lot of it is not like brand new, but just in case you've been having your eye on some of these products and you're not sure and you're similar skin type than I am and skin tone, then maybe this will convince you to pick some of these items up. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I would love it if you gave this video a big ol' thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. I am on the wonderful journey of hopefully reaching 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2021. We're like a week and a half away from Thanksgiving, and then next thing you know, it's December and then New Year's. So we don't have too much more time, and I would really love it and appreciate it if you guys can help me get to 1,000 subscribers. So click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.